Damergis here, who is at MetLife Stadium covering the Giant game here today. And for the first time, Mike, all season long, Giant fans, I mean, the highs and lows, the Jaxson Dart era is here, but also we lost Malik Neighbors. Like, what? There's a lot of roller coaster of emotions right now there, no?
It was a lot of people in the booth thought that the Giants were going to blow it. This is the kind of game the Giants have blown in the past. And somehow they got the first downs when they had to, and they had defensive stops, which they haven't had in so many years here. I mean, Giant fans have been showing up here year after year after year. And you're talking making the playoffs one time in almost 10 years. That's ridiculous. I grew up and you grew up in a time when it was natural for the Giants to have a home playoff game. It was almost like a birthright, and that hasn't been the case. A lot of excitement in the air today. It seems like Jaxson Dart, his numbers aren't that great, but at least they're not gaudy. Made plays, moved around in the pocket, and made plays when he had to, and the Giants got a win. I remember back in 2004 when Eli Manning finally got the start, and he was thrown to the wolves against the Eagles, the Ravens, the Bengals defense, the Redskins defense at the time, and you didn't think he was going to survive. So the big thing for Jaxson Dart is really to stay healthy and try to make the maximum that he can out of this year.
Mike, as far as Malik goes, and Joe mentioned it, the expectation is torn ACL. We don't have official word, obviously, from the team. Still needs to undergo tests and make sure that is the case. But those are the national reports, so we all believe it's going to happen. What does this offense look like without Neighbors, assuming that comes to fruition with a rookie in Dart, who, again, was, he did enough today. The numbers weren't, awesome, but he did enough. But, I mean, where do you go without Neighbors going forward? How do you turn this into offensive production?
I think what you saw today, Jaxson Dart running for first downs, they're going to have to be way more creative. They don't have Saquon Barkley to run the ball and hand the ball off to him. And really the best friend of a quarterback, especially a young quarterback, is a tight end. You start designing plays to get the tight end involved. We haven't seen much of that at all from the New York Giants. They're going to have to be very, very creative, a lot more, motion in the backfield and stuff like that. This kid Jaxson Dart can handle a lot, and he got the job done today. It was exciting here. But let's see how smart Brian Daboll really is. If this is his guy and he's going down with the ship, he's going to go down with Jaxson Dart. Let's see how creative he can be with this kid.
Yeah, and listen, you got to win games, right? So that's the bottom line here in the NFL. What have you done for us lately here? But it feels like, and you alluded to it, Mike, this defense, it looks like maybe are they finally starting to figure some things out here? That's a potent offense and a great quarterback that they limited to 18 points today. Has the defense finally figured it out here?
Well, one game, but I mean, Carter, Thibodeau, Burns, the Sexy Dexy, they got the job done today. I was talking to the Tiki Bar before the game, some of the guys in the broadcast booth. To me, the Chargers right now and the Buffalo Bills are class of the AFC. For the Chargers to come in here and put up a loss is really shocking against a Giants team as a rookie quarterback playing and lost its star wide receiver. And, oh, by the way, a backup kicker that they just signed with Graham Gano out.
So what's the ceiling for this team in the NFC East this year?
Come on, let's be serious. 5 games, maybe. Let's be honest here. I think the ceiling for this team to win maybe 5 or 6 games and Jaxson start to improve, and we'll see if Brian Daboll will come back. I think week to week improvement. They got the draft picks on the defense, seeing the defense improve, seeing Thibodeau play to his maximum potential, and seeing Dart. I really think that they're going to have to get very creative. And again, the tight end, the teams that are successful, I mean, geez, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting a guy that can play tight end is a quarterback's best friend.
Well, it's bottom line is Dallas will meet you at the bottom of that division. So let's hope the Giants aren't there, to say the least. But you mentioned it here. It really feels like watching them that, Mike, this was the level of excitement, the energy of the team rallying around Dart. That wasn't there with Russ, man. It looks like the locker room really likes this kid, respects him. And, are you going to get that kind of effort on a week-to-week basis?
Listen, Russell Wilson's been retired for 5 years. He just hasn't told anybody. Let's be honest. We're we're 4 games in, and the Giants could be 2-2. That's not too bad. So, listen, this team, I felt the pain of this team. I've been close to this organization through the years. It's a very prideful organization. I produce in the booth next to where John Mara watches the games, and I can't tell you how many times I've come out at halftime and to see him come out and throwing a bit of a hissy fit of what he sees on the field. You know, I remember when Eli Manning was a quarterback, and everybody was picking on Eli, and Eli only made the playoffs for 7 years out of his starter. And Eli's not this, Eli's not Roethlisberger. A lot of people within the organizations thought initially, but everybody said when Eli's gone, wait till you see. Well, 9 quarterbacks later, the Giants are still looking for a quarterback. But hopefully this kid's got the stuff. I know we didn't get the quote from Gettleman, full bloom love like he was with Daniel Jones, but. It's good enough. But it's not a great indictment of Dable to see Daniel Jones doing what he's doing, and of course even the GM and the management giving away Barkley for nothing. I mean, at least get something for him. I mean, come on now. This guy's he's gonna wear the gold jacket. Gettleman was right about that. He is gonna wear the gold jacket someday.
Yeah, not because of
Mike,
him.
you noted this team could be 2-2. Look, you got a favorable one next week, obviously, at New Orleans, a team that put up a surprising fight against the Bills this week. Giants take this one on the road?
50-50 shot. Let's be honest here. Who knows? Stay away from the bets with this kind of stuff. You know, you just see Jaxson Dart see improvement and stuff, and look towards that. I wouldn't be betting on this team.
Mike Damergis, man. All right, real quick here, Mike. Yes or no? Better chance of making the playoffs, the Giants or the Mets? I'm only kidding, Mike. You don't have to answer that. We all know the question. We all know the answer, man. We all know where it's going.